Oregon, Colorado, and Stanford also involved in quarterback battles. We just heard about UCLA and Arizona State. Of those three that I mentioned, which is in best position moving into the fall?
Yeah, I think that's going to be Oregon. I got a chance to see Oregon both in their preparation for the spring game, some video and some film of them, and then watching the young kids perform. Brian Bennett had some seasoning a year ago. 200 yards rushing, nearly 9 yards a rush, and he can really go. But the kid that is special, the kid that has some real upside and a high ceiling is Marcus Mariota. Chip Kelly saying he's never had a quarterback with the speed, the true breakaway speed, and then you throw in Dean.
Hey Duck fans, Kurt here once more, wrapping up all the news in Duck Sports and FishDuck.com. It's Friday, it's beer o'clock. Tonight's drink of choice is Fire Rock Pale Ale from Kona Brewing Company, and thank you to the Manbulance crew for the koozie. You know, it's been a pretty good week for us at FishDuck, as our links got reposted everywhere. In addition to the usual suspects, Addicted to Quack, Duck Sports Now, GoDucks.net, we also got linked 3 times by ESPN this week. Also, Football Feed and Bleacher Report included us in their links as well. Thank you goes out to all the sites that repost FishDuck content. We do sincerely appreciate the support. We also added a couple new writers this week, so be on the lookout for some fresh perspectives coming to our daily article content. And you know, it was a pretty good week for Oregon sports too. The Diamond Ducks continued their stellar performances to round out the year. Oregon softball is hosting a regional for the first rounds of the NCAA tournament. Thursday night they defeated Portland State 7-3, and then today, Friday, they defeated BYU 6-4 to advance. The Ducks softball team are going to play on Saturday at noon, so if you're in Eugene, go support the team. If you want to check out the action from Howe Field, GoDucks.com is streaming the game live for free on the Ozone, and students get in free, according to Associate Athletic Director Craig Pintons. As for the other Diamond Ducks, the Duck baseball team just keeps on rolling. What a story they have become. They've been riddled with injuries all year and were expected to finish in the middle tier of the conference. They're now #1 in the conference and ranked as high as #1 in the entire country in one of the polls, though general consensus has them right around the #6 range overall. This sets them up to not only host a regional round, but possibly even a super regional, as a clear path to Omaha is now set in front of them for the College World Series. Baseball right now is starting a 3-game stand with Seattle. That will run Friday through Sunday at PK Park. That's going to be followed by 2 games against Portland next week, and closing out the season with 3 away games at Oregon State.
Well, the SEC plays 8 games, conference games. They don't play much out of conference and beat them. Oregon beat them in the championship game. Unfortunately, lost by a field goal.
Wait, did an ex-Husky quarterback just say that Oregon won the national championship? I'll take it. Sure. So men's golf is still active too. Their season is drawing to a close soon though. It's just about time for the championships. The team is currently ranked #7 in the country, led of course by Eugene Wong, who's arguably the best golfer in the Pac-10/Pac-12 since Tiger Woods was at Stanford. We had an article this past Tuesday by Jared Young on FishDuck that highlighted Eugene Wong's tremendous accomplishments. If you did not check it out, please check out the playbook. That's our archives. You can find it there. The team is currently at the NCAA Ann Arbor Regionals in Michigan. They're sitting in 5th place after the first round on Thursday. They'll have 18 holes today and on Saturday, and the top 5 teams advance to the championships. And then there's one other Oregon sport that's currently active right now: track and field. Last week, both the men's and women's teams claimed the Pac-12 championships, the men's for the 6th time in a row, the women for the 4th time in a row. Now they're bound for the NCAA West preliminary rounds. That's going to take place May 24th through the 26th in Austin, which will then be followed by the NCAA championships. Those are taking place June 6th through the 9th in Des Moines, Iowa. As for FishDuck.com, you may have noticed a couple changes on the site. We changed some of the buttons on the front page to make them easier to spot, and we'll continue making little tweaks, and we'll unveil some new sections on the site soon. We also just unveiled our Twitter feed. Now hopefully you're already following us at @fishduck.com, spelled out. But you know, we now show our most recent tweets live on a stream on our front page of FishDuck.com. So check that out as well. We added a ton of new videos to the Fish Tank video archive as well. Now available are highlights from the 1968 USC game, which featured O.J. Simpson with the Trojans. The 1972 Civil War game is now up, and the 1980 USC game as well, which had Marcus Allen for the Trojans, and for the Ducks, Gary Zimmerman, and Reggie Ogburn, Brian Hinkle, just a ton of great Oregon players. Mike Walter. We'll be adding more highlights from games from the 70s and the 80s and up to present day very soon, so keep checking back. And speaking of video, we had a monster video from Charles and Josh this past Tuesday, going into great detail on the spring game. Look for our next FishDuck analysis video coming out every Tuesday morning. And then in addition to that, Charles and I sat down to talk Duck sports as part of our weekly FishDuck one-on-one video series. You can find that in our article archives. It should still be up on the front page now. If not, you can go into the playbook section and find it there. Charles and I will be appearing on a podcast in a couple days, and we'll be teasing which one very soon in the FishDuck message board. And we'll be making more public appearances on podcasts and radio stations in the future, so stay tuned. Of course, if you want to be kept up to speed on all of the content that we have on the site each week, simply sign up for our newsletter. Once a week, we'll send you a message with an update containing links for all of the videos and all of the articles we've released over the past week from FishDuck.com. And you can look for more articles, more videos, and more upgrades to what we provide here at FishDuck very soon. And thank you for watching, your continued support. If you like what we do, please do consider donating to the cause via our PayPal button on the front page, as this site is 100% personally financed by us. Now, my random tweet of the week.
Hey, will you shut up?
Thank you.
This week, for my music recommendation, I'd like to introduce you to a Brooklyn, New York trio that have made some waves recently. They're called Are Augustines. Are Augustines are actually gaining notoriety thanks to their previous band, a group called Pela. When Pela broke up, 3 members from that group decided to take the songs that were supposed to appear on Pela's second album and instead recorded them as Are Augustines. The resulting album, Rise Ye Sunken Ships, came out in August of last year and immediately became a hit. They are hard at work on a follow-up album, and they've been touring relentlessly. And they recently made an appearance on Last Call with Carson Daly back in February. They were on the David Letterman show. They continue to make the rounds and gaining fans everywhere they go. The band will be playing at the Sasquatch Music Festival up at the Gorge on May 27th, so if you're headed for the Gorge Amphitheater for Sasquatch, be sure to check out Are Augustines. And they will be touring with the Counting Crows in July and August, which includes a show August 7th in Bend, Oregon. Look for a new album from Are Augustines very soon, but for now, here's their big hit from the album that came out last year. This is called The Chapel Song.
Now she's walking down the aisle, and a man begins to smile, and I shake, shake, shake like a leaf, and I'm lying through my teeth, and a bowl of rose fruit inside a chapel of shiny apples. Tear out the photograph, 'cause it's a bright blue sky. Tear out the photograph, 'cause it's a bright blue sky. Tear out the photograph, 'cause it's a bright blue sky. Tear out the photograph, 'cause it's a bright blue sky. It's just a bright blue sky. It's just a bright blue sky.
That's it for this week. Go support Oregon softball and baseball. Go on. Go. Now. Go support them. Until next week, this is Kurt saying go fish, get hooked, go Ducks.